So typically, a patient with this kind of degenerative change in this location will have a weakness of hand grip, for instance. And one of the things that people tend to notice when they have that is that the jar, they can't open a jar. You know, you have a jar of pickles or mustard, can't get it open because the whole grip of the hand is not as strong as what it used to be.
This is the defense for the... Are you kidding me? They're trying to make this guy out to be a feeble old man back in 2014, 8 years ago, because he couldn't open a jar. All right, I can open this one. What's interesting, though, how do you open a jar? When I open a jar, I grab it with the right, I'm righty. I grab it with my right, get rid of those letters for a second. Drop those, okay. I grab it with my right hand, and I twist with the left. So I don't know what hand they were looking at on that screen, but the right hand's the most important one. That's not the one that's twisting the jar off. Anyhow, this is where the defense is today and was today. Take a listen. They've got more evidence of the feebleness or alleged feebleness of Curtis Reeves.
Is an individual who has a x-ray like this is inconsistent with somebody who has difficulty raising their arm?
Well, it is because, realize again, the rotator cuff muscles and then the tendon come through this area and attach over here. I think we see it better on this, where it's the greater tuberosity. So if the muscle has to pull the tendon through this area, this tends to be painful. This often causes limitation in movement of the shoulders. It often causes the person not to use their shoulder so much because of the fact that it hurts when you do it. And so consequently, the muscles of the rotator cuff begin to lose mass and become what is called atrophied or shrink. So the muscles become smaller in size and become weaker. I'm just saying that more likely than not, these findings pre-existed the date of the incident.
Now, along those same lines, on January 13, 2014, he cannot tell the judge as an expert to any reasonable degree of medical certainty exactly what Mr. Reeves knew about his physical condition, correct?
Right, I would have no idea. You would have to interview the patient to know that.
So what exactly was the physical condition of Curtis Reeves back in 2014 in the movie theater when he shot and killed Chad Olson? Was he so feeble that he was afraid he was going to get beaten up and he had to use his gun? I mean, he's talking about the shoulder. We all get that shoulder stuff, by the way. It's pretty normal. I just finished up some physical therapy so I get my pickleball game going again. But the bottom line is that really the picture, and is it a true depiction of who Curtis Reeves was, again, 8 years ago? Court TV legal correspondent Julie Janae joining us live from Pasco County, Florida tonight. Julia, great to see you. What do we know about his physical condition back in 2014? Could he open a jar or not?
Well, Vinny, he didn't get that specific with police back in 2014, but he talked about it right when they were interviewing him within the minutes and hours after this shooting. We have a look at the interview that these jurors have already heard, and we looked at how many times this defendant talked about his own physical condition when talking about the shooting death of Chad Olson. Here's a look at what he said to police, some of the ailments that he highlighted. He said that he had arthritis in both of his hands, that he had arthritis also in his shoulders, in both of his knees, in his back. He also had bruises that took 2 months to heal. And then on the stand, in this case, in this trial, so 8 years later, his family members have taken the stand to testify, and the defense has asked them questions about his physical condition. So here's a look at what these jurors have heard from those family members in this actual trial. They say that he has trouble reaching bending over to pick up his grandchildren. This is back in 2014 that they're referencing, that his fingers lock up, that his bruising and bleeding happens easily, that he gets injections in his feet, and that he has difficulty bending down, even to tie his shoes. His wife on the stand said she believes that day he was wearing maybe shoes. She wasn't sure if they were ones that he had to tie up. She didn't know if he tied up his shoes that day because he had such difficulty. But there is one injury that we know is after this incident. You heard Dr. Foley there, the radiologist, saying that the ones that he described to this jury through that medical deposition were ones that predated the 2014 in January incident. But he had an injury. Curtis Reeves did. It was a fall that happened in December of 2014 where he injured his hip. And I bring that up because that likely is why he walks now with a cane. We have video of him, how he comes into the courthouse each day. I've been noticing that he takes the handicap ramp. He did take the steps at the very beginning during jury selection, but now he goes all the way around with Vivian Reeves into the courtroom. Now, the jury doesn't see him come in because they have not come into the courtroom yet until things get started, but they may have seen him in the parking lot. Everyone goes through the front doors, and we have yet to see whether or not when he takes the stand, if he takes a stand, we don't know if he will walk up to that stand in front of the jury with his cane or if he'll already be seated there when they come in.
Well, he moves a little better than Harvey Weinstein. I will say that, at least how Weinstein was moving in and out of the courthouse during his trial. Another part of what happened today, you had a crime scene reconstruction expert take the stand.
Right, Dr. Michael Knox, he took this jury inside of the theater to show them what he found when he actually went, hired by the defense, to figure out what happened. He measured the distance between these seats. He measured the noise level when he played back the same type of movie previews, and he looked at the darkness inside of this theater to tell them that Chad Olson would have been backlit by that movie screen, and it would have made it very difficult for Curtis Reeves to see what was going on, may have heightened his fear in that moment. But he also took aim at the police investigation. Those people, men and women who were talking to witnesses and collecting that evidence. He said he doesn't think that they had enough experience with self-defense cases and they should have done rather something different. Take a listen.
Well, one of the things you have to do anytime that you're investigating any type of a crime scene is know your limits. Those limits could be based upon your own knowledge and training. Those limits could be because you don't have the equipment. Those limits could be because you just don't have the experience with it and you're not comfortable in terms of having enough practice, basically, with a particular process or something that you need to do. And so you have to consider your outside resources.
Knox also said that witness contamination may have been an issue in this case because the police didn't separate properly those eyewitnesses inside of the theater. This is an aim by the defense to discredit some of those eyewitnesses who have come in to testify about what they saw that day.
All right, Julia Janae down in Pasco County, Florida, as things are winding down this week, but we're still not to that point where we got to figure out, is he or isn't he going to testify? Thanks so much, Julia.